Hi everyone, today's art journal prompt is Step into Spring. It's Easter Sunday, so if you want to do an Easter themed spring page, then, you know, entirely up to you. I might squeeze a bunny into mine somewhere, who knows. I'm going to be creating my background with the Distress Oxides, Broken China, Wilted Violet and Cracked Pistachio. I'm going to start off with the Broken China. I'm working on mixed media paper. This is Daler Rowney. I'm using a piece of cut and dry foam. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some ink to my mixed media paper first in two of the colours. I'm going to use the Broken China and Cracked Pistachio first. There we go. And then we'll add some of the Cracked Pistachio. This is just my base layer to start off with. Turn my page. I just love these oxides. I just think the colours are just absolutely gorgeous. Love the way they react with water, just beautiful. Right, okay, so now I am going to spray this with water. Hang on, I just want a piece of kitchen towel to work on first. Catch any drips, right, okie dokie. So I'm going to spray this with water to let it oxidize. And it sort of turns milky. I just absolutely love that. And then I'm just going to sort of let this move around a little bit before I dry it. So we'll let that sort of drip and move around a bit. And now I'm going to dry it with my heat tool. That's my base layer dried. And now I'm going to, on my craft mat, put a little bit of three of the colours, so Cracked Pistachio, Broken China and Wilted Violet in three separate places. You've got to be careful not to contaminate your stamp pad because you'll waste your ink getting it off otherwise. And I've also found as well, I've tried this on my glass mat and it doesn't work. You don't get the beading when you add water. Let me just, if I squirt this with water, you can see how this is starting to bead. When you do it on a glass mat, it doesn't work in the same way. I don't know why. So now I'm just going to sort of tap my paper in and sort of pull up some of those colours. Look how pretty that is. So that's how I'm looking at the moment, and now I'm going to repeat with the colours individually. So this is the Broken China. So I'm going to activate that, and again I'm just going to tap on like this. Now I'm going to dry that. And then I'm going to do the same with the Cracked Pistachio. So let's activate that. And again, let's just have a look and see where I want this to go. So I'm just tapping it on, just tapping quite lightly. Some more down here. Really like that, so I'm going to give that a dry. And I really like how that looks, but I'd like some more of the pistachio, so I'm going to repeat the process again. And it's just a case of building up your layers with this until you're happy with how it looks. I'd like some in the middle, and then I'm just going to tap around. And now I'm going to give this a dry again. And then I'm going to come in lightly with some of the Wilted Violet. I just want a light layer of that on top. Let me just hold this up so that you can see. Let me just, can you just see all the lovely bubbles and things that's just all the gorgeous texture. I just love it. And you can see that I'm cleaning my craft mat in between as well. So I'm going to tap on lightly with this. Moving my sheet around, some in the middle. Here we go, and just have a look and see where you want it. We'll have some over here, and I'm tapping ever so lightly with this. And there we go. I'm going to give that a dry. And I'm going to come in one last time with Broken China again. Here we go, activate with water, and it's just a case of playing around until you get a look that you are happy with. And again, I'm just going to sort of tap in really lightly like this. Just love that, absolutely gorgeous. Keep looking at it and seeing where you want it to go, and I'm happy with that. Now, I think that background is just absolutely gorgeous. I just love the colours, the texture, just beautiful. And I've dug out some of these die cuts that I received for the embellishment challenge. I'm sorry, I can't remember who sent me these. Please let me know if you recognise them. But I'm going to glue these down in a tree shape. And I'm going to go off camera to do this so that I get them positioned in the right place. But I wanted something like that. And when I've glued them down, I'm then going to draw the rest of the tree. But I want the branches in place first. Something like this. So I'm going to fiddle around with this. And I'm just going to glue them down with a glue stick. Okay, so this is how I'm looking. I've trimmed around the edges and I've drawn the base of my tree as well in pencil, and I'm just going to go over this with a white Posca paint pen. Right, now I've finished drawing on my trunk with my Posca paint pen, and I've just been cutting some leaf and flower shapes. I've got some more of the papers made in exactly the same way with the Distress Oxides. Some here and some that I've already cut some flowers and leaves from. There was a piece of mop-up paper from the fossilised amber, and I've cut some leaf shapes from that particular sheet there. Those are just freehand cuts. And then I've cut some flowers as well, some that have been stacked. There are 3 stacked flowers, the rest are just flat and shaped. Some of these papers have been created on gloss cardstock. In fact, it's actually cheap photo paper from the pound store that I bought a while ago for doing alcohol inks, and it didn't work, so I decided to use it for this, and I'm hoping to upload another video doing more of the Distress Oxide techniques before this goes live. So if I do manage to do that, then I will leave the link to that video in the description box below. If not, then you'll just have to look out for it. It's half term here, I've got the kids at home, so life is a bit hectic at the moment. But let me just show you how I've done these flowers, ever so easy. Right, you just take a piece of paper, and then I'm just going to, let's have a look, draw a circle, and then you just draw some leaf shapes, and you must keep rotating your paper because otherwise you'll just end up with a lopsided flower and petals that are on the slant, which just doesn't look particularly nice. So there we go, that's one shape, and then I've just fussy cut that out, and then another one. Again, draw a circle, and then you draw sort of like heart shapes. Again, keep rotating your paper. Like this. And then, let's see, I've got room for one more. And then you just fussy cut those out. And then I've got 2 here that I fussy cut. So then you ink around the edges. I've used Distress Oxide in Wilted Violet to go around the edges of these ones here. And then you just grab a pencil and just curl the edges of the petals. And it just gives them a bit of texture and a bit of shape. And then you can put them on a stamp pad if you want to, and just shape the centre just with the end of your pencil, the rubber end, if you want to. There we go. And then exactly the same with this one here, if I can pick it up. So again, just shape the petals just to give them a little bit of shape. There we go. And again, we can do the same thing with the rubber. There we go. And there we have some textured flowers. And so then I just want to, let me just move all of these bits and bobs out of the way. I've got a bit of a mess going on here. And then I just want to arrange these on my tree something like this. And I'm going to go off camera and do this and just have a play until I've got something that I'm happy with, that I like the position of how I've got them. And then I shall glue my flowers down, and then I'll come back. Okay, so my flowers are glued down. I use glossy accents to glue them into place, and I've just had to keep pressing down to make sure that they're glued in place properly, just because of course I domed them. So I just want to trim off the bits and pieces that are hanging over the edge. Now I just want to add a couple of finishing details to this. I've used the bird die that I received for my embellishment challenge. I think it was Ribena that sent it to me in Happy Mail, and they were little birds on a strip. Let me just go and see if I can find it. Here we go. It's this one here, Creatables, Marianne design, and I've just used these two birds here, and I've used some purple decorated cardstock. I think it was when I was doing my acrylic and alcohol experiments, and I'm going to have one bird there, and I think another one down here too, so I'm going to glue those on. I've got a couple of butterflies that I might stick on somewhere. I'm not too sure yet, but I've also got my heart stamp. This is out of Gina Aaron's stamp set, and I just want to put a couple of hearts here as flowers, and then I'm going to have another one there like that, and then I am going to there we go, and then I just want a couple of wispy stems, there we go, and then I might have my butterfly somewhere like that. We'll see. I don't know whether I want one or two. And then I want my quote to go here, and my quote this week is, "It's always the small pieces that make the big picture." And so I'm going to ink around the edges of my quote. And then my finishing touch, I've got some of these Easter stickers. These were from Tiger Shop, and I'm just going to use a little bunny just to go at the bottom of my tree to finish off my page. And here we are, here's my finished page. I just absolutely love this page. I just love the Distress Oxides. The colours are just gorgeous. Right, I left it overnight and I've come back to it today, and I've just done a bit of doodling really. I've added another bird, so I've now got 3, which looks more balanced to me. And then I've added some scribbly lines to the flowers and the leaves, just play really. And then I've done some doodling to the tree. I've got some scribbly hearts and flowers. These are just hand drawn, and some little dots going up the tree as well, which just look like ants, and I really like that. And then I've got my butterfly in the right hand corner here, and that's it for this week. Really happy with that. So I look forward to seeing what you do with your spring page, and if you like this one, please give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below. I always love to hear your feedback and hear what you guys have to say. So take care everyone, have a wonderful Easter, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.